Okay, the Republican Senate just passed one of the worst bills in American history. You should watch this video because it'll impact the rest of your life.
Oh boy, you've all seen Dean's video on the big beautiful bill. And notice how he didn't provide a single source or cite the bill even once. I'm now going to systematically eviscerate everything he said. Make sure to send this to a low information liberal friend who believed it. Let's get into it.
This bill intends to revoke the Pell Grant for around 2/3 of recipients.
No, the bill does not revoke the Pell Grant for 2/3 of recipients. Instead, what it does is cut waste and tighten guidelines. First of all, this bill takes the Pell Grant away from students who have enough outside non-federal grants or scholarships to cover the full cost of their attendance. If their college is already fully paid for, why would you give them the Pell Grant? That's just free money for no real reason. It disqualifies people who are less than half-time students, which would mean that you're taking less than 6 credits per semester. And finally, it removes students whose student aid index is more than double the maximum Pell Award. The House version also included a measure to increase the full-time student requirement from 24 credits per year to 30 credits per year, but it was removed in the Senate bill. The House bill ultimately expected to disqualify only 10% of Pell recipients, according to the Congressional Budget Office. A little over half were expected to see reductions in the size of their awards based on the level of aid that they were otherwise receiving. The Senate bill is much more mild and expected to see an even smaller impact. Now, Dean's talking point comes from an American Progress article, which unfortunately he didn't read past the headline. He evidently also didn't read the bill that he made this video about.
It also plans to completely eliminate student aid for graduate students.
So this is just a complete lie. What this bill actually does is cap borrowing for graduate students at $20,500 per year and $100,000 per lifetime. For professional programs like law and medicine, it caps the borrowing at $50,000 annually and $200,000 for life. Graduate students are also still fully eligible for grants from the federal government as well as grants from federal agencies like the NIH.
Defunding hospitals in rural areas in this country. Because of this, 340 hospitals in these rural areas are expected to be at a risk of closure.
Another blatant lie. There is no provision in this bill that defunds rural hospitals. Some are concerned that tightening Medicaid will result in reduced revenue for rural hospitals, but this bill focuses specifically on things like ensuring that deceased people are scrubbed from Medicaid, reevaluating recipients' eligibility yearly. Why weren't we always doing that? Preventing Medicaid from being used to pay for child transition surgery. It prevents federal dollars from being spent on abortion and gives the states more control over how Medicaid is run in their states, taking that power from the federal government. I'll do a whole video on how this bill relates to healthcare because it's very nitty-gritty, but this was an outright lie.
It's also expected to cut food benefits by 30%.
No, the bill does not cut food benefits by 30%. Dean is talking about SNAP. Actually, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. But anyway, the current requirement for SNAP is that people aged 16 to 56 work 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month to receive benefits. This was just expanded to people aged 64. It also requires that states share in the cost of SNAP benefits with the federal government. So there you have it, all of Dean's primary concerns with the big beautiful bill in the video that he purportedly put loads of time and effort into, which is shocking, considering he failed to provide a single source or cite the bill even once, are all either lies or half-truths with justified measures behind them. Send this to an overreactive liberal who bought into these lies, and make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and comment what you think of this bill down below. I'll see you in the next one.